Okay, this is in specific response to Kimberly's question, although other folks may be having similar issues, so I wanted to take you through the process as I personally do it. So as you can see here, I'm in our course and I'm in the forum for where everyone has been posting the blog addresses. You'll note up here across the top, I've got a bunch of windows open, one of which, as you can see, is my Feedly account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add the blogs to your Feedly account, and I'm using Firefox on a Mac. I mention that because I believe the video that I've posted in the content is using either Chrome or Internet Explorer by looking at it. I'm not quite sure which of the two it is, but I know it's not Firefox. And looking at the interface, it appears to be a PC as opposed to a Mac. So this might be a slightly different look, but it should act relatively the same. So let's take, say, Angie here. She posted a message yesterday, last evening, that she had basically updated her blog because she had been working on it over the weekend and I guess wasn't happy with what she had initially done, and as she had been working on it, wanted to change it. So we'll go into that particular message and I'll click on the link to her blog. So you see this address here comes up in the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to cut it. So for me, that's the Command X. If you're on a PC, I believe it's Control X is cut, or you could just go up under Edit and then use Cut there. I'm going to go over to my Feedly account, and you see over here in the top left-hand corner, there's an item that says Add Content. If I click on this, I get a box here that I can put a URL in. When I put in that URL and hit Enter, if there's an RSS feed there, it'll show up underneath. So when I put in this full URL, there isn't an RSS feed that shows up. So in the case of Angie's, what I'm going to have to do is get rid of all this extra stuff here and just get down to the root part of hers. And you see there are in this green box here, it picks up the RSS feed automatically. And I can tell just by looking at it that there are 8 other Feedly users right now that subscribe to Angie's blog. So if I click on this, I'll get this plus Feedly thing here and here. So up in the top middle portion, but also down in the bottom part more to the left-hand side. I can click either of these buttons, and since I've got a bunch of folders here, it'll ask me, do I want to put it in one of these specific folders? Now you'll see I've created a folder for this class because, you know, I've got a lot of blogs that I've subscribed to, so I want to keep all of yours together. So I'll just select that blog and then click Add. I could have just clicked Add without selecting a folder and it would have appeared there by itself. So I can go back out and close Angie's blog now, and let's go and look at the next one. So the next one, as you can see, David earlier this morning posted his blog address. So if I go to this, and you'll note I responded here saying, you know, this is the correct link that you want to use. So I'm going to click on this link. And in this case, because I didn't say to open it in a new window, you'll note that it shows up in the same window. So I'm going to go up here, and this time I'll do it by the pull-down menus. So I'm going to click on Edit and then Cut. I could use copy as well. Both work just as fine. Go back over to my Feedly, click on Add Content, paste his URL in there, and you'll see it shows up right there. There are already 3 Feedly users that have added David, so I'm going to be the 4th. So I click on that green box, and as you can see here, I've got my green plus Feedly here. I also have it down here. So if I click on one, and again, if I just hit add here, it would simply add it to the bottom of my list. I'm going to put it into that folder again, and I'm going to click add. And as you can see, there, he's been added. And there are no new articles that are done, which basically means for a new blog, there are no things that have been done in the last 3 weeks. You know, that's basically how you would put these things in. So I hope that clears up any questions you have. Again, this is just a slightly different look to it than what you would see in the video that I've posted in Moodle, and hopefully this answers a few questions for folks.